Speaking of maybe unnecessary situations, USMNT Juventus player Weston McKennie among the 13 players named in an illegal gambling probe as part of a new investigation by Milan prosecutors with evidence given by Sandro Tonali and Nicolo Fagioli in 2023. Players being investigated for using illegal platforms for betting on other sports and online poker. Nikki Bandini joins us on Football Americas today. Nikki, thanks for staying up with us to talk about this amongst other things, but what's the latest on Weston McKennie's name appearing in this list?
Yeah, so as you just mentioned, Weston's name appeared together with those of a dozen other footballers. And all this is at the moment, and we have to stress that at the moment, this is very much an ongoing investigation. This is not at the stage of verdicts being passed down or rulings being made or any sort of punishment being handed down. But the investigators have been releasing some information as they are themselves pursuing the ringleaders of this betting ring who aren't footballers at all. So effectively what you had was in these allegations, should stress still these two are allegations, you had an illegal betting setup where there was a group of 5 business people in Milan who were serving as bookies to, or middlemen, I suppose, for the illegal betting sites to professional footballers. And Nicolo Fagioli and Sandro Tonali, as we know, they've already confessed to and done plea deals for 2 years ago, having bet on football matches, which is absolutely banned by FIFA. And they both served lengthy bans for that. In Tonali's case, 10 months, Fagioli's case, 7 months. And through that investigation, they've now been, as part of their plea bargain, sharing further information over the last couple of years with the prosecutors, with the investigators in Turin and now Milan. And what we've learned in the last few days is that there were these ringleaders in Milan who were operating through a jewelry store, which was their where the money got funneled to, where they effectively used the bank account of this jewelry store as the place to place the players' debts and the money they were owed. And because the prosecutor is placing a seizure order on 1.5 million euros worth of funds that they think was related to this betting ring, those names have been named. And we've had some pieces of information come out from the interviews they did with Tonali and Fagioli, and not just interviews they did with them, but also some information from WhatsApp text chats that they had with these players. And in those interviews and in those WhatsApp text chats, other players' names have emerged. And Weston McKennie is one of the players whose names has emerged on this list. Now, again, there is no suggestion at all that Weston bet on football matches. There is no suggestion at all that he did anything that contravenes the rules of football. What he is alleged to have done as part of this group is bet on things like poker or perhaps other sports. Specifics we don't have for Weston or any of these individuals. We just know that they were part of this group that was alleged to have been betting. And the allegation is exactly that he would have been betting on a site that he shouldn't have been betting on because it's not regulated under Italian law. So this is not, I really must stress, this is not a footballers betting on football matches scandal anymore. That's what it was at the beginning with Tonali and Fagioli. This is now something separate. This is now about where were they betting, where was the money going, and why were they operating outside of the established legal practice of betting within Italy. And so there is a thread to that, which of course is very, very serious. That's a criminal investigation at the highest point of it, and certainly for these apparent ringleaders. But in footballing terms, again, this is ongoing. Maybe new things will come out, but we have no reason to believe that they were betting on football matches.
Yeah, so it's very different. It's a degree of things, right? Because it involves, of course, online poker, which is, especially in the United States, something that's very normal, at least in the states that are legal to do so. How big of a deal is this really for Weston McKennie specifically, Herc?
Yeah, it's a black eye today because people don't take the time to actually read. People see Weston McKennie's name being linked to 13 players in an illegal gambling probe, and they assume it's like Tonali. They assume it's like other athletes who have bet in their leagues on games. And we're in an era where we see match-fixing scandals, here in CONCACAF, here in North America. So they don't take the time to read. They just take the time to assume. And Nikki mentioned it's a serious thing for those gambling ringleaders, not for Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie's not going to be punished in a sporting manner. He may pay a fine, and if you read the fine print, that fine comes out to probably like $300. It's online poker on a site that wasn't sanctioned. There is the violation, but he himself didn't go and place bets on the amount of yellow cards he was going to get in the season, on the amount of goals he was going to score, or the amount of goals his team was going to give up this season, or the games that they were going to win. So this is a non-issue when it comes to what everybody thinks this is. But this is just one of those things because people nowadays, you get on Twitter and a rumor circulates and becomes the truth, and now his image is smudged because people are idiots. Because today, in this digital world, they don't take the time to
clickbait.
properly do their due diligence.